You've seen them, right? Those ads that pop up everywhere promising you can win real cash just for playing some game on your phone. But is any of it actually legit? Well, today, we're going to cut through all that hype and find out what's real.
I mean, they're everywhere. Ads promising easy money right from your couch, no special skills needed, just tap away at some simple game. It's a really tempting idea, and you kind of have to wonder, is it just too good to be true? And this quote from a Reddit user, it just hits the nail on the head. It perfectly captures that feeling so many of us have. There's this huge ocean of apps all making the same promises, but you get this gut feeling that something's not quite right. So let's get to the bottom of it. What is the real story here? We're going to separate the genuine opportunities from the total time wasters and, yep, the outright scams. Okay, first, let's talk about the promise. Because, despite all the skepticism, there are people out there who are legitimately making some money doing this.
For real, check this out. One person on Reddit said they made over $600 in a single month. They were using an app called Free Cash, just playing games and doing other little tasks. I mean, that's not just pocket change anymore, right? That's a pretty significant side hustle.
And it's not just a one-off thing. Here's another user who pulled in over $200 in a month, cashing out straight to their PayPal account. So these stories prove it is possible to earn real cash. The real question, though, is how common are results like this? And that brings us to the reality check. Because for every one of those success stories, you've got tons of other people who have a very different experience.
This comment from a side hustle forum is pretty blunt, but it gets right to the point, the time you have to put in. When you actually calculate the hours you're spending, well, the tiny rewards often just don't add up.
And this is where that term beer money comes from. You'll see it everywhere in these forums. It's the key to understanding the reality of these apps. We're not talking about money that's going to pay your rent. We're talking about a few extra bucks for small things. I mean, think about it. If you spend 10 hours to make $5, you're basically working for 50 cents an hour.
And here's the biggest catch. A lot of these games are designed to be super slow and repetitive. A real grind. Why? To push you into making in-app purchases to speed things up. And that can completely wipe out anything you've earned. Some people have even ended up in debt because of it.
So, okay, it's not all doom and gloom. While there are a lot of pitfalls, not every single app is a scam. Let's actually dig into the legitimate side of this world and see what really works.
You can pretty much break all these apps down into 4 main categories. At the low end of the earning scale, you've got your paid surveys and those game reward apps. Then, a step up from that is user testing, where you're actually giving feedback on websites and apps. And at the top, with the highest potential, is gig work like DoorDash, stuff that involves tasks in the real world. So, what does a legit process even look like? Well, this example from a platform called Testing Time shows you the basics. First, there's a clear screening process. Then, you get to decide if you want to take the job. And finally, a totally transparent payment system. Notice what's missing? No hidden fees, no impossible goals that keep moving.
But, and this is a big but, even with the totally legitimate platforms, there's another hurdle you have to clear, the waiting list. Getting in isn't always quick or easy. Just take a look at the reported wait times for Prolific, which is a really popular platform for academic studies. It's all over the map. Some people get in after just 3 weeks, while others have been waiting for 2, even 3 years. It really all depends on your demographic and what kind of people researchers are looking for at the moment. Okay, this next part is super important. We need to talk about how to spot the scams so you can protect yourself. Let's go through the major red flags. So here's what to watch for. The Federal Trade Commission has a really simple rule. You should never have to pay money to make money, period. Other huge red flags are promises of crazy high payouts for almost no work, and those cash-out goals that always seem to move just a little further away right when you get close. And a huge one people complain about on Reddit? Getting your account banned for suspicious activity right before you're about to get a big payout. Yeah, that's a classic tactic. And please, don't forget about the hidden cost. This user's point is so critical. You have to remember that old saying, if a product is free, then you are the product. A lot of these apps are just built to collect your personal data so they can sell it. The few bucks you might make probably aren't worth the flood of spam and scam calls that come after.
So, after weighing the exciting promise against the often harsh reality and all the risks, we finally come to the big question. Is any of this actually for you?
When you boil it all down, this is the core contrast, isn't it? On one side, you have this amazing promise of easy money. And on the other, you have the reality, a super time-consuming grind for very little pay, all while you're trying to dodge scams.
This chart really says it all. It's all about the effort versus the reward. The things you see advertised the most, the games and the surveys, they almost always give you the lowest return on your time. User testing is a step up, and gig work, well, it's variable, but it has the potential for the highest reward.
So let's wrap this all up. The promise of easy cash from your phone? It's mostly a myth. The reality for most people is beer money, and that's if you're lucky. Yeah, legit platforms are out there, but they aren't get-rich-quick schemes. They involve real work and often long waiting lists. And maybe the biggest risk isn't just your time, but your personal data. So that leaves the final, most important question, and it's one only you can answer. When you consider the time, the data, and what you actually earn, is that trade-off worth it for you?